Well, next up, we've got the Wyfold Challenge Cup. This is Club Coxless Fours for men between N.S.R. Oslo on the left-hand side of your screen and Upper Thames Rowing Club on the right-hand side of your screen. Now, one of the things that we watch for as the races get more intense in the Coxless boats, Tom, is that line that's steered through the island.
Yeah, again, one of my favourite races to watch because their interpretation of a straight line is something that never fails to amaze me, and the Coxless Four is notoriously difficult to get down the course. Upper Thames actually dead straight out the start there. They, well, as I said it, they deviated, but they should know this course like the back of their hand. Of course, their boat club marks about 600 metres to go on the Henley Royal Regatta course. Oslo are also pretty regular at Henley Royal Regatta. Most of these athletes in this boat there, in the sort of red kit and yellow boat, they've raced at Henley before, again should know their way down the course, but pretty even stroke for stroke here. Maybe Oslo with the slight advantage, and just coming to live shots here, it looks like that has panned out down the course.
Yeah, you talk about experience, Tom, and Sven Ole Mollestad Nikolaisen in the bow seat for Oslo. He's been at Henley Royal Regatta 4 times before, representing N.S.R. Oslo. The stroke man as well, Matti Sabarovsky, just 26 years of age. He's been here 3 times before and sandwiched in the middle. We've got 2 athletes just with 1 Henley Royal between them. But look at this, so close here, just the length separating these 2 crews. And I was actually talking to the coach of the Oslo crew just before this race, Halvor West, and he was saying they've been doing something called the wind tunnel project, Tom, which is where they've been trying to sit like a bullet into the wind where they train, and they've been practicing rowing into a headwind, which seems to have paid off perfectly for this week at the regatta.
Well, they clearly know the Henley course pretty well. We have had a pretty stiff headwind all week here to mark the 2022 edition of this regatta, and Oslo making it pay here. Although we've spoken about Oslo continually over the last 2 minutes, Upper Thames by no means out of this, and they'll get a bit of a cheer going past their home club. They're still in touch with Oslo. Can they come back? That's the question. Yeah,
absolutely. Let's see if all of that training on the Oralungen for Norway will pay off, because Upper Thames Rowing Club here, stroked by Matt Cummings, 32 years of age, setting the pace there. The grimace on his face per stroke just goes to show you how much this means to try and cut through the hull of Norway. And this is going to be an absolutely, well, remarkable race, I think, here, Tom, coming into the enclosure, and in Coxless Fours, who knows what can happen.
Yeah, interesting you picked out Matthew there in the stroke seat. Some people are good at hiding their emotions and their pain, Camilla. I think Matthew looks like conductor of the struggle bus at the moment, definitely in the pain train. And he's going to have to take his crew through the gears. So this is what's really tough about racing like this, is you're already deep in the red zone. He now needs to go up again.
Well, and he knows how to do that, though, because they yesterday rode through Shandon in their previous round of the Wyfolds. They're going to have to try and do it again if they want to see the weekend. But I think Oslo have potentially just pulled back out a little bit here, Tom. 3/4 of a length Upper Thames have got to try and make up.
Yeah, that's a lot of ground to make up in what is probably 500 or so metres left. So Upper Thames need to repeat the pretty impressive achievements of yesterday rowing through the Irish if they want to come past the Norwegians and set up what would be a pretty thrilling Wyfold Challenge Cup final. Of course, Camilla, worth mentioning that these crews are racing for a place in the final. This is the semi-final. They won't be racing again tomorrow, and Sunday will be their next race for the trophy itself.
Yeah, so as we build through the week and into the weekend, the places go down and down. The crews that start off this event just narrow all the way down, and just 4 crews now left in the Wyfold Challenge Cup. 2 of them will make it through to Sunday's final, and Upper Thames Rowing Club will want to be one of those 2 clubs, and they will throw everything at this, and they are closing the gap.
Yeah, they're certainly closing the gap. Upper Thames absolutely flying. You saw there the bow, Dale Bucket, he is wrenching this boat along. He had a little looker there over to his right, a little bit of a shake in the Norway boat. They look like they're flagging a little bit here, Camilla. Can Thames come through?
Huge amounts of pressure here. They're going to need to be fearless, Upper Thames, to try and row through, and that's exactly what's happening. Inching through the enclosures, it's going to be stroke for stroke, and it's who can keep their boat set, who can keep their boat level. The stroke rates go up for both. Oslo just looking a little bit twitchy into the line. This is going to be one of the closest finishes we see here today. Do Oslo hang on the surge? I can hardly tell there, Tom. I think Oslo just clung on to that. We'll wait for the confirmation of results, but that all came down to that final stroke, and there it is. Half a canvas to N.S.R. Oslo to put them into the final of the Wyfold Challenge Cup here at Henley Royal Regatta 2022.
Well, we have a phrase in rowing, Camilla, it's on the surge, and that is what happened for Oslo. It's literally a stroke in it. It's an amazing, amazing accomplishment for Oslo, but credit to Upper Thames. What a sprint, what a race.